from this wheel. How are you? You're right here, straight ahead. Greta. Greta, nice smile. Thank you. One moment.
It's interesting because I think movies, to be honest, movies are a business, and so they're always looking to save money where they can. And the wonderful thing is doing what's ecologically sound is often also something that saves money.
Look great, right here. One more time on your left.
Right in front of you.
Left side. Left side.
Well, I've thought about this a lot recently because there is a lot of discussion about sustainability. And I actually think, although the film industry is known for being completely wasteful, things are built and then destroyed and just thrown out. But actually costumes are probably not doing too badly, because usually, even if we make costumes from scratch, they have a life after. Because quite often those costumes end up in the costume rental companies and get used and used and used and used. So most of what we do does get reused.
The costume shop we were working out of was Sands, which is this extraordinary museum of a place in London, and that's all it's about. I mean, because and luckily, they, between stage productions and the BBC and different productions, they have a lot of period things to draw from, but everything is reused. I mean, like little things like the collar on Joe's shirt is actually from a pillowcase from the 1860s that they appropriated.
I might help if I put my remote trigger on. Okay, there you go. Nice.
Most of all the principal costumes were designed and made. And of course, we had hundreds and even thousands of extras who were amalgamation of vintage clothes from the 60s. But most of the principal costumes were designed and made. I used vintage 60s fabric. And, it's really wonderful to work on a film set in a recent time period, so to speak, even though recent may be 50 years ago. But I worked with an incredible team where we amassed, a huge amount of 60s stock wardrobe to dress the background players, and we designed most of the speaking parts.
With The Irishman, we used as much original and vintage clothing as we could, and even when we did find original pieces to go on the actors, we deconstructed them all and reconstructed them all to bring new life into them and to make them fit. So we did that as much as we possibly could.
I think we're talking about it because of the better Greta. And that's why we're talking about it. So because she's calling attention to it. And, even this, with clothes, it's certainly being brought up, but it's also with what we're eating. Because now at the Golden Globes and at the different awards Critics' Choice I went to, they're plant-based, and they're doing that because of this attention that's being paid to this now.